With public speaking, you take your normal personality, you just bump up everything a couple notches. You're not louder necessarily, you just vary your volume. You're not pausing necessarily more, you're just varying when you pause. You're varying your tonality. Your highs are higher, your lows are lower. Your louds are louder, your quiets are quieter. Everything is just pulled. You're stretching things out. Stretching things out. Even how I said that word, I'm stretching it out. Do you think that when we're speaking one-on-one, do you think I'm going to speak like that? Hey, what's up? Stretching it out, right? I'm not going to do this with my hand. I mean, you could. If you're a very expressive person, you're animated with your hands, that could be your personality. But as a public speaker, especially if there's a lot of people, we're a more intimate crowd here. If there's hundreds or thousands of people, I'm going to be even more animated with my hands because there's a visual component. I want them to see me. They can't see my facial expressions in the back row, but they can see my hands. They can see me moving around. There should always be either a sustaining of the energy that you bring or an increase, never a decrease, ever.
Anticlimactic.
Right. Now this will, if you're not good with energy management, towards the tail end of your speech, depending on how long it is, you will start to burn out. If you come in too fast or too incongruent, because when you're incongruent, you're burning mental capital because you're trying to be somebody that you're not. Right? And so that will cause you to derail because you can't keep up. You don't have the stamina to be someone that you're not. Right? So I hope you can tell, like, the way I'm speaking right now, this is just how I speak. When I'm not trying to be like the public speaker guy. Like, this is just how I speak. And because this is how I can speak, I could talk for 6 hours like this. I can also project my voice for 6 hours without strain because I've opened up the throttle, right? If you're trying to project your voice, you'll break your voice. If you're trying to be an eccentric speaker, you'll shut down. There's no trying. You can call to mind right now a public speaker who you really admire, somebody who you look up to and you would like to emulate. But if you tried to be exactly them and imitate their mannerisms, it would come across as a shtick. Right? You don't want to be a shtick. Right. I'm naturally a very intense person. Maybe you can pick up on that. If one of you were trying to mimic the way that I speak and you're not naturally a very intense person, it's going to come across as kind of weird. Incongruent, that's the right word. Right? What is congruence? It's you're aligned in your thoughts, words, and actions. Yeah. Right? So your actions are imitating somebody else. Your thoughts are actually your own thoughts still. They're not really congruent with the action.